having my Christmas dinner. So we have potato salad. This is a plant-based version of tuna macaroni salad. Has some lasagna. Is an eggplant lasagna, so it's fully plant-based. This is supposed to be like a Caribbean food called arroz con guandule. And then this is supposed to be like bistec, which is like beefsteak, but it's made out of lion's mane mushrooms. So this is all plant-based, you guys. Look at this. Look at that. And then I also made an empanada. It's a meat. It's like meat in it and cheese. Also made with oyster mushrooms. So yeah. Then to drink, I'm gonna have this kombucha. It's a pineapple one. I love this one and the Chardonnay flavor. Look at that. You would think it's Thanksgiving all over again. Look at this. Okay. Oh, I need a knife. Give me 1 second, you guys. Sorry. Whew. Okay. Doesn't this look so good? Okay. I don't even know where to start. Let's try some of this. This was my first time making plant-based macaroni salad. Oh, so good. Let's see how this beef steak turned out. Why? Look at that. This is made with lion's mane mushrooms. Instead of rice, I use farro, the grain. I'm gonna need like a bite with all of it together. Fire. And I'm not saying it just because I cooked it. What is the pink stuff? It's potato salad. What makes it pink is the beets in it. So I grew up eating this potato salad, but obviously not plant-based. But this, they make this in Dominican Republic. All of it looks good. Thank you. I even made the the, what's it called? The dough for the empanadas. First time, you guys. I wanted to go live cooking all of this, but because I had this and this was the first time I made it. And this is the first time I make this, but I already know how to cook lion's mane mushrooms, so I knew I didn't have a problem with that. But, you know, since I was making two new recipes, I didn't want to, like, be on live, you know. But at least you get to see the ending result. Because let me tell you. So I started cooking around 11 o'clock. I got everything I needed yesterday and this morning. Got up at 6:40 this morning to get the rest of the stuff I needed. And then got back home and started cooking like around 11 o'clock. And I didn't finish cooking till 7 o'clock. A whole shift. A whole work shift. The food is good, thank you. Yeah, the dream job for life. All right, let's have some of this lasagna. This is an eggplant lasagna. I've made this before. The recipe is actually on my YouTube channel. It's on my TikTok page too. I have put some plant-based ricotta. It's made out of sunflower seeds. So there's 3 different homemade cheeses in here that I made. In the lasagna, and there's like this other this mozzarella cheese that I came up with that recipe like about almost 2 months ago. And I put that on the empanada. We're gonna try the empanada in a minute. Yeah, I can cook. And every time I try something new, like I already envision it of how I'm gonna make it, and then I make it and it comes out. I'm telling you, I made this new today in the empanada. Never made it before. So yeah, I just come up with new recipes in my head and then I try it, and then if it comes out good, I'm like, okay. I make my own cheese. So I make ricotta out of sunflower seeds. The cheese sauce, this cheese sauce is made out of cashews and nutritional yeast. And then I make another cheese sauce that is also made with cashews, but it's like a mozzarella cheese. Let me eat some of this. If you guys stay on the live, I'm going to I'm gonna have my kids open up their gifts. So if you guys wanna be entertained, I'll leave the live on. Can you give me some napkins, please? No, napkin.
What else do you got?
Huh? The food is good?
Yeah, I would.
What's everything I'm eating? So this potato salad. This is tuna macaroni salad and lasagna made out of eggplants. Steak is like, so this is like a Caribbean, plant-based Caribbean meal, right? And so I just substitute like rice for farro, which is the grain that I use to make the rice and peas. And then this is lion's mane steak. So it's a lion's mane mushroom, but I make it like a steak. And then I made this sauce. So it's like beef steak. And then I made an empanada. Which I'm gonna have a bite of it right now. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's definitely tender. It's definitely. Okay, let's try this. Okay. It's nice and stuffed. You don't eat meat, so you will love my channel because I make everything plant-based. Look at that. Mmm. Look at that. Look at that crust. No eggs, no butter,
No dairy.
no milk.
No dairy.
Well, I used almond milk to make this dough. I used instead of butter, I used avocado oil. Instead of eggs, I used aquafaba, and instead of cow milk, I used almond milk.
Cow. Almond milk. Sorry. You're getting this.
Yeah. Look how I stuffed it. Look how I stuffed that. So it's mushroom and then that mozzarella cheese. You can see the cheese at the bottom. I added bell peppers to it, sofrito. Sofrito is like a marinade that you make out of bell peppers, cilantro, and all of that. So that's what makes it like that Caribbean flavor. And so if you want to know how to make, what was the egg substitute? Aquafaba. So aquafaba is the liquid inside the can of chickpeas. That's what you will use as your egg replacement. So what you will do is for each egg you add, for each egg that it needs, you will add 3 tablespoons of the aquafaba. And that will equal out to 1 egg. wanted to make a tofu burger, but forgot to get bread. I've never seen a tofu burger. I don't eat tofu, me personally. I try to stay away from soy. And I try to do like all whole foods, like mushrooms. I do different type of mushrooms and things like that. But yeah. This macaroni salad is so good. Look, I put some fresh. You know what takes long to make this too is, especially making all, this is like 50 meals in one. No, I'm not gonna eat all of this. Yes, I post my recipes on my YouTube channel and also on my Instagram. I'm sorry, my TikTok account. So on both accounts. I already stuffed it. I eat avocados, and this meal can go with avocado because Caribbean food always have like avocado next to it. But I just thought it would be too much. But also, the only thing I didn't add that I wanted to add was some sweet plantains. But I promise you, I bought some and they're just not sweet yet. They need to ripen more. And I went to like 3 different grocery stores. Neither one had them ripe. And then the ones that were ripe, they just looked like they were going bad. So I ended up not getting any. I did get some. I'm sorry. I did get some. It's just they're not ripe. So I gotta wait like 2 days for them to ripen. Thank you. So what you guys are doing for the holidays? Do you guys open your gifts on Christmas Eve or on Christmas Day? Because like growing up, my mother used to let us open our gifts on Christmas Eve. Sometimes she used to do Christmas Day. She used to do both. Like, well, if we really wanted to open it, then she'll let us do Christmas Eve. You said on Christmas Day. I'm gonna let my kids open it tonight. I'm ready to see their reactions. You don't celebrate holidays? I think this is like the first year in a while that I'm celebrating all the holidays. Just giving my kids a better experience, you know. I have a 7-year-old and I have a 3-year-old. A girl and a boy. My daughter's the one that you guys heard. She's 7. Let's get some of this rice. Let me know if this is something you would try. Thank you. Let me know if you would try all of this. You said negative. Why not? The pink stuff is potato salad. The only difference is that it has beets in it. And it doesn't taste like beets. It just basically gives it the color. But it tastes like regular potato salad. I know some people be like, what the heck? But, you know, and the beets make it more nutritious, so. Yeah, it's vegan. So I use vegan mayonnaise. And the mayonnaise that I use is soy free. But yeah, I use vegan mayo for this and this. What's the time here? It's 10 o'clock. You wouldn't eat anything if you can identify it. But I'm telling you what it is. This is potatoes. So in the potato salad, there's potatoes, carrots, onions. Wait, let me see. Potatoes, carrots, onions, mayo, salt, apple cider vinegar. In the salad, in the salad, it has bell peppers, celery, onions, mayo, mustard. It has chickpeas. So I use the chickpeas as my tuna replacement. So chickpeas, and then I added my seasonings. And what else did I add to it? And I added some lime. Was it lime or apple cider? I added lime juice. Yeah. Lime juice and apple cider to this. The lasagna has eggplant. It has kale, basil, red sauce, so red pasta sauce. I season my pasta sauce. I like to add that extra flavor. And then I added, so I said the eggplant, the ricotta. Then on top, I added both of my cheese sauces, which is my cheddar, it's like a cheddar kind of cheese sauce, and then a mozzarella one that I make homemade. And it's both made out of cashews. And then this is farro and peas. And I also put like coconut milk in it. So into the rice. So give it that coconut flavor. Then it has like sofrito, which is a marinade that you use like for your meats, your rice, your beans. You use those type of things. I have the recipe on my page. It's 9 o'clock where you at? And so that's what that is. And instead of rice, I use farro, which is a cleaner grain. Then I use these. They're not like regular peas. They're these other type of peas. We call them in Spanish, we call them guandules. So, that's what it's called, pigeon peas. Have you seen the pigeon peas? Those are the ones that I use with the farro. Then it was lion's mane mushroom. It's a steak. Added bell peppers, onions. Added sofrito to it. A little bit of tomato paste. Apple cider vinegar. Yeah. So that's about it. And then the empanada was the oyster mushrooms. So these are a different type of mushrooms. And then I made a cheese sauce. Added bell peppers, onions, fresh thyme. Added some sofrito to it. What else? A little bit of tomato paste into the mix. And yeah. And then mozzarella cheese. Yeah, and then the dough was easy to make. It only had 5 ingredients. Real clean. Everything is real clean. Obviously, this is a lot to eat in one setting. So I wouldn't recommend it. I just cooked a lot because, to tell you the truth, I'm planning not to cook for the next couple days because I feel like this is a lot. You know, I cooked a lot of food. But I really was thinking about what should I make for Christmas? What should I make to eat? And I was like, I want to make a Caribbean dish. I was going to make pasteles. Pasteles is like, it looked kind of like tamales, but it's not tamales. It's totally different. I don't even think I ever tried tamales. I don't even think they're similar. But they're wrapped up in banana leaves. And you boil them, and and it has meat inside of it. You can put whatever kind of meat in it. And so I was going to make that. And then I was like, you know what? I can't make it all. That's just too much. But definitely, I want to make it before next year. So that way you guys can have the recipe for the next holidays. You know. So I will definitely make a video on how to make. So my potato salad is, the recipe is on my page. The lasagna is on my page. How I made the beef steak, that is not. I'm gonna have to make a video on how to make that. The rice and peas, I think I have a video, but I haven't posted it. And then the empanada, of course, this is my first time making empanadas since going vegan. I've been vegan for 7 years, so I haven't had empanadas in over 7 years. So, yeah, so I'm going to give you guys that recipe as well. Definitely for next year, I hope you guys are able to make everything. So I will definitely release it way before then, and then maybe release something else to remind you, like, hey, watch this so you can make it. You pescatarian? You look for simple recipes? This is all pretty simple. It's just making all of it at once. Of course, it's time consuming. But like you're not gonna make this. This is more for like if you're gonna have family over and you're like, hey, let me cook for everyone. You'll make something like this. So I know it's unrealistic if it's just you and another person and you try to make all this food. It's not. It's just, I'm a little crazy. I'll be like, okay, I'm going to make it. You'll think like 20 people are coming over. 20 or 50 people coming over. Because I'll be cooking that much. But I'm just used to cooking for, I don't know, I'm just used to cooking a lot. A lot of food. Right, I need to have a catering company. I do. Let me know if you guys want to be catered next year. I can go some days without meat. Yeah, just try it. It's not gonna hurt to just be like, okay, let me incorporate some plant-based recipes. Now, if you try it and you don't like it, don't make it again. Try something different. For instance, me personally, I do not like tofu. And when I first tried it, right before I became vegan, I was like, what the heck? This is what being vegan is. Like, this is what I gotta eat. But no, I said, I'm not eating that. So from the very start, I did not like tofu. I don't know how people like it. I don't know why. The texture is not there for me. I know some of them are more crispier. I never had a crispy tofu. The ones that I had, like the early ages of, becoming vegan, it was, they were like like kind of like more on the soggier side. Way too soft. And I know they have like soft, firm, and hard tofu, but I just don't like it. And then on top of that, it has a lot of soy in it. And I stay away from soy. Hey, Victor. How are you? Yeah. Yeah, there's so many things I want to work on, It's just me, so it's like, it would be easier if I had like a whole team behind me, but I don't have a whole team behind me. It's just me. Like when I cook, this is just me, okay? My daughter, she actually helped me cut the mushrooms for the empanada. And then what else she do? I think she did that, and then what else she did? She did something else. Oh, I had her help me with the dough. So she basically helped me make this. Like I had her help me with the dough because she wanted to do it. So, I'm getting her more into the kitchen and stuff because she loves it. And, I get a little bit of help too when she's in the kitchen. Because I'll be like, okay, cut this. Because she has her own little plastic knife. And she be chopping it up. She cut bell peppers with it and everything. I use my dicer to cut the bell peppers and all that. Everything else, I chopped it myself. Yeah, I have a lot of tools, but it's still time consuming. You need live bodies to like help. So that's why I also don't start I haven't started a catering business because it's like, who am I hiring? I can't cater a whole bunch of food by myself. Like I can, but I can't at the same time because it's like once you get to the event, like you want to make sure everybody's taken care of and all that stuff. When you do catering, that's the part. The food part I can make. I can be like, okay, let me start 2 days ahead prepping, and I can make all the food. Like I said, I made all of this in one day. My plan was actually to make some of it yesterday, but I had to go to like 3 grocery stores yesterday, and then I went to Sprouts, Whole Foods, and this other grocery store called Brothers Market. So I went to 3 grocery stores yesterday. And then I went to 2 grocery stores this morning. Okay. So, I didn't get a chance to like start what I needed to start yesterday. But I was able to do everything today. And I'm so happy at how it turned out. Because if if you ever had like Caribbean food or you had Puerto Rican or Dominican food, you'll know like this is how it looks. And it tastes, a lot like it. Now the empanada, I'm going to say it tastes better than Caribbean empanada. Because I really stuffed it. They usually don't stuff it like that. So you get that nice stuff. No. Yes, my parents are Dominican. And my mother's Dominican and Puerto Rican. She's both. Yes, they're here legally. That's funny. Well, Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. So my mother was born in Puerto Rico. Yeah. And my dad came here legally. I can't with you. Listen. Well, I gave up pork over 11 years ago. Yeah. You mean isn't it Dominican? He said so you are Puerto Rican. Dominican. That's what I am. Nah, but I've been born here. I was born here. I've been in the States my whole life, so was born and been here my whole life. So I would love to visit like other places, but I've only visited like places in the US. Yeah, pork is horrible. Pork is like one of the worst meats to eat. Yes, I'm from New York. I'm from New York, but I currently live in Florida. You guys like my purple wig? I'm giving lolly vibes. If you haven't seen, my decor is Candyland. Candyland. So I'm supposed to be Lolly from Candyland. Yeah, my New York accent is heavy. It's very, very heavy. Sometimes it gets even heavier than other times, but you know. What's funny is that I moved to the South, you know, at an early age, and I was still heavy on New York accent. It would not go away. You know, some people, when they move to a different state, their accent change, or like even their, like the way they speak change, but it didn't happen to me. You say I'm the whole Christmas? This is a lot of food. Because you can't see. I ate in between here. All in here. This is a lot of food. What was I thinking when I made this plate so big? I was being greedy. Yeah, this is definitely a feast right here. That's why I put it on the title. I said, listen, this is gonna be a Christmas dinner feast. It's not a little plate. I don't know if you've ever seen like an empanada. We call it pastelito. But you see when you see the little bubble from frying it? No. It's given. Can you believe this doesn't have any egg? No egg, no nothing. No butter. No dairy whatsoever. Yeah, this is a lot of food. Whatever I don't eat today, I'm gonna eat tomorrow. So you guys, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna eat a little bit more. But when I end this live, stay tuned because I'm gonna come back on the live because my kids are gonna open up the gifts. I'm gonna open up my gifts. And you guys can watch. See the excitement on their faces. It's always nice to like look at kids just be so happy, smiling from ear to ear. This naturally gives you joy. Unless you don't like kids, but other than that, it gives me joy looking at kids. Just loving life. Sí, hablo español. Yes, I speak Spanish. Hey, Jaden. Thank you. Actress Perez, I gotta see who that is. I don't know who that is. Thank you for the sub. ¿Cómo estás? You're gonna block me? Why? I'm a good person. Wait, eating regular cakes and pies from a store vegan? Huh? You gotta make sure it's vegan. You gotta look at the ingredients. I told you I have a Caribbean background. My parents are Caribbean. They're from the islands. You know, close to Jamaica, close to Cuba. You know? You want some? You want some food? I want to eat a little piece of the steak and then I'm really done. Beef steak. It's called in Spanish beef steak. We call it. Oh my God. What the heck? I'm sorry, but I gotta remove you. You're just taking it way too far. Because the people just take it way too far. What time we're gonna open presents? Right after I'm gonna end the live and then I'm gonna come back on the live because just to put the food away and stuff, I don't want to leave the food out. And just to put the food away, get them like ready to open up their gifts and stuff. And then I'll go back on live. I'll get back on here. So I'm thinking maybe no later than 11 o'clock. That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be exciting because they're gonna be so happy. Now, you guys might not see like so much of like toys. Like it's toys in there, but it's like not full of that much. Well, you'll see. You'll see. Because they had my daughter had a birthday in August. My son had a birthday in October. Then I did like a Halloween Christmas last month. Why I said last month? 2 months ago for October. So they had got a whole bunch of gifts already. And so this is more like you'll see. I don't want to ruin the surprise. Thank you. Somebody said wishing you and your family a wonderful Christmas. Thank you. I do. I wish you the best and the best Christmas ever. I hope you get everything you want. Hey, how are you? It's actually a dress. I'm wearing a dress. I'm actually wearing a dress. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. You would think it was like an earthquake up in here. Hold on. I was trying to get up and my foot was like stuck into the table. So yeah, it's a dress. It's a dress. And then it has these sleeves with like little butterflies. Ain't this so nice? Yes, you guys, I'm going on a raw vegan diet starting January 1st for 90 days. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You don't understand. Thank you. You like my wig? I was gonna do like a pink originally, and then it was like, the pink was so pale that it was like falling more on the blonde side. Like it was a blonde pink, and it wasn't like fully pink. So I was like, when I seen this one, I was like, okay, this is the one. And it matches my tree. You like my Santa hat? It's so soft too. What did I have for dinner? So rice and peas, lion's mane steak with like a sauce that I made, a potato salad, and the reason why it's pink is because it has beets in it. This is a tuna macaroni salad, some lasagna, and then I have made some empanadas with cheese on it. Mushroom and cheese is in the empanada. It goes great with the tree, right? I wish I would have went live when I put the tree up. It's just, let me tell you guys, I'm like, I do social media, but then I don't be on social media. It's weird. Thank you. It's like, I don't know. I'm not the type of person that like, oh, I'm doing this, let me turn on the camera. I wish I was that type of person. So it's like, let me go on live. Let me show you guys what I'm doing. Like, I just be in the zone doing what I'm doing, and then after the fact, I'm like, I should have invited them in. I'm gonna try to be more and more like that. That's why I said that I'm gonna have you guys see my kids open up the gifts, because I feel like that's a whole nother side you guys haven't seen. I'm always either cooking or doing mukbangs, or talking about something that, you know, just regular stuff. But you guys haven't really seen my kids and really get to know me like that. So I just wanted to, start turning on that camera and just be like, hey, you guys, what are you guys doing? Yeah, so the raw vegan diet, I'm starting January 1st. Yes. So this is my last couple days meal that I'm doing, and then I'm going on that diet for 90 days. Your tree is so gorgeous. Thank you. Let me give you a better look. Look. I got some flowers right here, some candies. This is my first tree. I'm 32 years old, and this is my first tree that I ever done by myself. First of all, by myself, and as an adult. As an adult, this is my first tree that I ever, I only did trees when I lived with my mother and we had Christmas trees, and obviously we was all putting the ornaments, and my mother bought the ornaments. It was all like her taste. So this was like my first time. Can you believe that? And I'm 32 years old. My first time that I did a tree by myself. You know? I have a real creative side. So I'm real creative, like, in like a lot of things I do. Let me show you guys. It's like the camera's like. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, it took me, let me tell you how long it took me to do the tree. 4 hours. 4 hours it took me. And I still was adding more, like these flowers right here. I added those later on. And these candy canes right here, I added those later on. So, and then that ornament I added like after the fact. So I had still added a little bit more. But when I first did it, 4 hours it took me to do it. And then I did like this little, what is it called? It's not a wreath. I know it's not a wreath. What is it called when you put this thing over here? Let me show you guys. Hold on. So I made this also. This took me, it took me at least an hour and a half because, well, I did these first and then I added the flowers the next day. But it all takes time because I use like a thing to like really, because like, look, you can't, it won't fall out. I really tightened it in there. So I did this whole big thing. Takes the whole thing. So I bought this like empty, like it came with the flock on it. And then I added all the ornaments and the flowers. Thank you. And then you guys will see all the gifts. I did different wrapping paper, but it was all in the same kind of theme colors and different type of bows. Like I can show you some of these. You got this one with this bow. This one. So you guys will see you know, once they start opening up their gifts and stuff. But yeah, there's like, everything is like, has its own little decor. And it's, the reason I did that is because I also like, I picked like 3 different wrapping paper for each of my kids. So I know who gift is who, even though it's like 6 different wrapping paper, but I know which one is which. You lost count. I look like I'm 22. No, I was born in 93. I'm a 93 babies. Thank you. So, you know, I don't do only cooking. I like to do a lot of other things. So, I don't know. Hopefully I can start like incorporating other things I like to do. I do like to shop a lot too. And I want to incorporate like, you know, the things I buy at the grocery store and things like that. So I'll make videos, you know, on what I get, what to substitute your foods with. And because I really like to talk about those type of things. And because I like to talk about health and, you know, help other people like, hey, this is another alternative you have. Like, you don't have to have this. You want something that tastes kind of like soda, do kombuchas. And let me tell you the one I like to drink, which is this one. This is my favorite one. This brand right here. The pineapple and the Chardonnay, the best. The best. So like if you want that like sizzle like from soda, boom, kombuchas. You know, they even have like they have a soda, but it doesn't have any like it don't have like artificial colors, and you know, it's more clean. I think it's is it the Pop brand? It's called Pop. I gotta see which one. I don't really buy it. I just do kombuchas. Yes, it's me, Lollipop. The grape flavor for this brand. Is that the one you buy? Is this sugar free? Usually, let me check. But usually none of the kombuchas are sugar free. They have to put some type of sugar in it so it can ferment. So yeah, this has 8 grams of added sugar. So yeah, they have to add the sugar for it to ferment. To ferment the you know, to make it what it is. So like all the kombuchas are gonna have sugar in it. Oh, you said the soda. Lolly, is it called Olipop? Is it Olipop? Yeah, I don't know. I forgot which, cause they have two brands. Yeah, the healthy, clean probiotic soda. Yeah. Yeah, so you don't have to do Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sprite. Let me tell you, Sprite used to be my favorite soda when I was growing up. Before I stopped the soda, I will always ask for a Sprite. The Poppy. Yes, that's the one. The Poppy brand for the soda. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Yeah, we have to do better. And there's so many things you can substitute. When I tell you, if you see a plate of a Caribbean food and you look at this food right here, you'll be like, okay, what's the difference? So you just got to put the love into it, put the seasonings. Don't forget the seasonings now. Don't forget the seasonings. But yeah, you just have to like be creative in the kitchen, you know. Did I try fufu? No, I thought of making it. I thought of making fufu. I know they have like a okra one that is like plant-based. It don't have anything else in it unless you ask to add anything else. And I think I can make it because all fufu is you can either make it with plantain or yuca. So yuca is cassava. So you can either do cassava or plantains, like the green plantain. So I'll make it one of these days. There's a few things I want to still make, like the fufu. I want to make the fa soup. There's a few things that I like want to make plant-based. I look Russian to you. You know, that's funny you say that because this is actually a Russian potato salad. But Dominicans make it. Dominicans make this potato salad. And they call it the Russian potato salad. So I think Russians make it, right? If you're calling it the... But no, I'm not Russian. But maybe we have a little bit of Russian. We don't know. You know, it's just a mix of people. Got a little bit of everything going on. You said maybe that's the vibe you're getting. This is a Santa hat. It's just pink. What's my favorite food? I don't really have a favorite. I know people be like, how you don't have a favorite food? Because, let me tell you, I'm the type of person, okay? I'm the type of person that just don't like to eat the same thing over and over and over again. So even though it can be so delicious, a 10 out of 10, like this meal right here, this meal is a 10 out of 10. Can I eat it every single day? No. So that's why I say to myself, I don't have a favorite food. Because I just think about, can I eat that food every single day? And look, I love pizza, but I still don't see myself eating pizza every single day. Because after the second day of me eating pizza, I'm tired of pizza. I'm like, I don't want to see another pizza to a month from now. So, so like a lot of times you're going to see me eating a lot of this different foods. And you probably won't see me making the same thing until like a month later or like 2 or 3 weeks. It just depends. But I really like to make different foods all the time. That's why I'm always creating. That's why I'm a creator. I'm going to say I'm a creator. I'm a chef, but also a creator. I create a lot of different meals. Like I said, today, I said, you know what? I want macaroni salad. I want to make a macaroni salad. And then boom, I made it for the first time. I said, I want empanadas. I haven't had empanadas. I've been vegan for 7 years. Haven't had no empanadas. No vegan empanadas. No empanadas whatsoever. And the last time I remember having empanadas, I had made chicken empanadas years ago when I moved into my first house and I had a housewarming and I had did empanadas. So when I look back, when did I bought the house? Back in 2017. And yeah, so I had the housewarming right after I moved into the house. So how long has that been? Almost 10 years. No, wait, let me see. No, 8 years. 8 years? How long has it been? Like around 8 years? So I haven't had empanadas for that long. And I said, I really, really want to make it. And then I made it. But I just don't understand how I didn't make it. You know, I have like over 100 recipes. I'm working on a cookbook. I know so many people be like, are you going to come out with a cookbook? And I am. I'm thinking by the end of next year, because I have so many recipes and I have to like, before you release a cookbook, you want to really like make sure every measurement is precise. And that's what I want to work on. Even though I have my recipes, like I go to my own cookbook and look at my own recipes, because I forget, like I know what goes in it, but how much of it I put in it, I forget. I create recipes and then I write it down. I'm like, okay, this is it. Then I write it down. So I have a lot of my recipes written down, but like I still want to like recreate them. You know, obviously I'm gonna need a portfolio of straight pictures and of the food and everything. So I'm gonna remake them and do a lot. So I'm gonna work on that for the next like year and a half. And make sure that when I bring the product out, is like, you guys don't have to worry for nothing. You just guys buy the cookbook and whatever you make is going to come out exactly how I make it. And that's what I want to do. So yeah, it has to be precise. I feel like, because even when you try to look up recipes online, let me tell you, the recipes do not be right. Only if you know what you're doing and you kind of like, if you know what you're doing and you kind of just take like a hint from what they're doing and then apply it to what you already know. Because a lot, you know how many people tell me they look up recipes and the food does not come out the same way? They say, I follow the recipe to the T and it still didn't come out the way they made it. Because it's not the right recipe. They wasn't precise in all the measurements. So I've had people make my lentil soup and made it the same way, like the same way I make it. When I tell you, what I like about what I do is like for years, I've been going back to my recipe. Oh, how much seasoning did I put in there? What else did I put in there? And I go back to my own cookbook and look at what I did. So I know for a fact that when I put the cookbook out there, you guys are gonna be 100% satisfied. Yeah, you gotta make it. You gotta like when you know something is good, and you know it's gonna come out good. Write it down, or if you remember the measurements, write it down. Write it down, and then that way you can make it the same every single time. Like all my cheese sauces, they are written down. It comes out the same every single time. Every single time. So the plate look crazy. Does it look good though? There's a lot of food. Okay, you guys, because it's getting later and later, and obviously we want the kids to open up the gifts. Okay, so I'm gonna come back on live. Okay, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, because I'm gonna be coming back on here so you guys can see me open up my gifts, my kids open up their gifts, and you know, feel the joy before you open up yours tomorrow. I just think Christmas Eve is the best time to do it because it's at nighttime, and then on Christmas Day you can actually play. They can play with all their toys on the day. You know what I'm saying? And not just making a huge mess with unwrapping everything. So I like to do it on Christmas Eve. What did I make today? Some macaroni salad, potato salad, lasagna. This is made out of eggplant, and it has ricotta. I made it out of sunflower seeds, the ricotta. Some lion's mane mushrooms, so I made it like beefsteak. And then some rice and peas. We call it arroz con guandule. Okay? And some empanadas, also called pastelito. So this is mushrooms in here, and I make a homemade mozzarella cheese made out of cashews as well. So this is what this has. But you know, this is a lot of food. I can't eat it all. I can't eat it all. So I'm gonna put all the food away, and then I'm gonna come back. Unless you guys want me to just turn off the camera and then come back and you guys wait. I don't know. I'm thinking just come back on live so you guys can be notified. Because, you know, sometimes you be like, oh, okay, I'm going to wait. And then you go and do something and you're like, oh, I forgot. So if I get off here, if I get off the live, then you'll get notified that I'm back on. It looks amazing. Thank you. Okay. You guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Hit the like button. And subscribe. I'm going to give you guys like 2 minutes. I'll be here for 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to get off so I can put all the food away. I'm going to open up the gifts. I'll come back on here. So 2 more minutes. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell. It's potato salad, but the reason why it's pink is because of the beets. It has beets in it. But I promise you, it doesn't taste like a beet potato salad. It's really for the color and for the nutrition factor. Because beets are nutritious. But that's about it. The beets are boiled. I use canned beets. You can boil your own beets and make sure they're nice and cooked before you dice them and put them in the potato salad. So you can do it both ways. But I just use canned beets and I just dice them and put them in the potato salad. Yeah, before I go, I'm just going to go over everything again. All of this is plant-based, okay? There's a lot of veggies going on. We got bell peppers, onions, celery over here. We have eggplant in the lasagna. So there's no meat or mushrooms in the lasagna. It's all eggplant and ricotta cheese, which I make out of sunflower seeds. So everything is plant-based. I did add two of my cheese sauces that I make homemade, and it's made out of cashews. And the lasagna has it. The empanada has the mozzarella and the mushrooms. Okay, and then we have the rice and peas, which they called pigeon peas. In Spanish, it's called guandules. Okay, so arroz con guandule, but instead of rice, I use farro, which is a cleaner grain. And I use lion's mane mushroom, which is a mushroom. And I flatten it, make it like steak, and then I added that good old sauce with some bell peppers and onions. The potato salad, I use red potatoes. I feel like they're more nutritious. They are more nutritious. And anytime I'm cooking, I'm using red onions. So there's red onions here, there's red onions here, red onions there, and red onions in the empanada. So I like to cook with real clean ingredients, and that's what I do. And just follow me if you guys are interested in making changes in your life. Because listen, hospital bills are expensive, dentists are expensive, all of this stuff is expensive. And instead of you going to having huge cavities and, you know, paying the dentist, paying the hospital, you know, if you change your lifestyle, you no longer have to be in the hospital. I promise you, you don't have to. You don't have to do yearly checkups. You're going to feel amazing by just changing simple things in your diet. Okay? You just got to get informed about the things that you can substitute that are very, very similar in the foods that you already eat. So things that you already eat, like ketchup, mustard, you know, they have a ketchup that doesn't have sugar in it, that doesn't have cane sugar, that has agave, which is a cleaner version. Instead of using soy sauce, you can use coconut amino. Okay, that's something you could substitute, which is real similar in flavor. Okay. I instead of yellow onions, I use red onions. I use just red onions on everything. Yeah, so it's a lot of things that you can substitute. Instead of like, you can do plant-based milk, you can do almond milk, hemp milk, walnut milk. There's so many different plant-based milks. There's so many different alternatives. There's sweeteners that help a lot, like maple syrup. Stop using the regular pancake syrup that has fructose corn syrup in it, and start using maple syrup, which is natural. Get the better brand though. Don't get the lower quality one, because most likely it has fillers in it. So what you want to do is get the best quality. If you have a farmer's market near you, go to your farmer's market and shop there. Get most of your stuff there. Whatever you can grab from them, grab it, and then try to go somewhere like an international market. They have a lot of like things that are coming from like the Caribbean islands, from like Mexico, from like different places, and you're able to get it mostly in their natural form when you're getting it at a international market, right? So, there's things that you could do just to change certain things. Start removing things out of your diet, especially if it affects you. If you see that every time you eat a certain thing, just remove it out your diet. Just say, okay, this is affecting me every time I eat it. Why am I still eating it? Get rid of it. Right? So we have to listen to our bodies. We have to not consume a lot of different things, because what you want to do is you want to be able to know what you're allergic to, what's having you have certain symptoms. So the less things you eat, and you don't, especially when you're trying to learn your body and know what's good for you and what's not good for you, you want to eat less things and incorporate newer things, but you want to see how your body reacts, because you will see the reaction better if you're eating less of the stuff. But if you're eating a burger in the morning and you're having pasta, you're having this, you're having that, you're not gonna, in one day, you're not gonna know what caused the issue, what's causing the issue, why your stomach hurt later on, why you feel the way you do. So you have to try to limit the amount of things you eat, especially when you're trying to learn your body. But we'll talk more about all those type of things, okay? I'm gonna end this live so I can start the live back, so you guys can see me opening up my Christmas gifts and the kids' Christmas gifts. And yeah, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, okay? Yeah, definitely what time we eat. Definitely you want to not eat after 8. I'm eating after 8 because I've cooked all day. And this is a one time a year type thing. I try to eat before 8 o'clock. I really do. Sometimes it just depends if I'm making something new and it's just a little bit more time consuming. Sometimes I'm eating a little late, but I do try to eat before 8. So you guys, if you can, try to eat before 8 o'clock. Prep some of your food the day before, and that way we can stay on schedule. All right, you guys, I'll be back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.